They finally did it. We've been saying since the 60s that they should and could and are going to do a mid-engine Corvette, and they did it. It's here.
It really will turn the entire supercar world on its head. Hey, Chris Walton, road test editor and test driver at MotorTrend. We're going to take you through some of the test results for the 2020 Corvette Stingray.
You know, I walk up to the Corvette and it's still a little bit of disbelief. They actually finally did it. It's a mid-engine, dual clutch transmission, 500 horsepower supercar that starts at 60 grand.
I mean, you can really tell that it's a Corvette. There's absolutely no doubt. They've got all this design cues and the proportions are different from the front engine Corvette, but it's definitely Corvette.
Getting into the car for the first time, I just had a sense of relief. They went over the top this time. This isn't just an okay interior. This is a really nice interior with really nice materials, a really interesting design.
So the chassis, the new Corvette, there's a central tunnel that runs down the middle. It's an aluminum base frame, and then they have front and rear subframes to which they bolt the other stuff. It's really kind of race car stuff. It's really sophisticated.
The crazy thing about this car is that you hit the gas, you do a launch, and you don't realize how ridiculously quick it is. It's not like throwing back and setting my hair on fire and scaring the hell out of me. It just goes.
This one's got launch control. It can hang the revs at 3,500 RPM, dump the clutch to maintain traction, and it just, off it goes, like Scott said, it just goes. It doesn't rev crazy fast, but man, the numbers it made, they were just astounding. I couldn't believe it, you know. I got to the end of the quarter mile, look at the results on the computer, and I just like, holy mackerel, it just did an 11-second quarter mile. I mean, that's just unbelievable. The 0 to 60, 2.8 seconds to 60. I mean, under 3 seconds. That used to be like super bikes that'll rip your arms out of your shoulders, you know? It just...
The brakes, you and I did not care for as much, and
there isn't a linearity to it, but this is at the limit stuff. Right. Around town, the brakes are just fine. And despite our misgivings about how the pedal feels at the limit, it really stops. I mean, anything under 100 feet is fantastic from 60 miles per hour, and this was 97 feet. That's right up there with world-class stuff. In the figure eight, it pulled cleanly across the middle, up to close to 90 miles an hour, which is really fast in a little parking lot. And it really likes trail braking, which means it wants you to blend the braking and the turning. And then there's this weird kind of mid-corner push that occurs, yeah. It's still pulling over 1G while it's understeering, so it's not like it doesn't have the performance. It's there. You just have to be patient with it. And to sort of put the Corvette in perspective, it behaves a lot like a McLaren 570S. It's not quite as hooligan. It would be more like, I'd say more like an Audi R8. Yeah, you're doing amazing things and making crazy numbers, but just sort of restrained, almost clinical. And I'm saying that in a good way because I want the next one to be hair on fire. Oh my God, this thing is bonkers, you know? Put on bigger tires, put on, you know, carbon ceramic brakes. I mean, that's obviously where they're gonna go. So for just the first one out of the box, it's making great numbers.
best Corvette ever. The next one will be even better. It's gonna be way better.